Mr. President, I thank you for your presence today and for your personal efforts in this role of mediation. I thank you for giving me the floor, and I thank the Deputy SRSG for her briefing today. Also welcome the appointment of Mr. Swan in this role, and we pledge the support of Rwanda throughout his term. So Rwanda fully supports a peaceful and political resolution of the situation in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, with a clear focus on addressing the root causes of the protracted challenges facing the region. We remain committed to engaging constructively in efforts aimed at achieving a durable and sustainable solution. Mr. President, the conflict in the Eastern DRC is not of Rwanda's making. Rwanda's concern has always been the FDLR and the genocidal ideology it carries, an ideology that is now spreading in public discourse. The FDLR is not an ordinary armed group. It is a genocidal force founded by remnants of those responsible for the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis in Rwanda, and its genocidal ideology has never changed. For Rwanda, it remains an ever-present threat, particularly given the devastation of our country suffered as a result of that ideology. After 31 years of discussion in this chamber on the origins and intentions of FDLR, there should not be any ambiguity. This is a group whose intent is to exterminate a people. Let me therefore be clear. Addressing the threat of FDLR is indispensable to any credible and lasting solution to the conflict in Eastern DRC. This group must be neutralized, and their ideology and its vectors, such as hate speech, must be eradicated. Turning to the broader situation described in the Secretary General's report, it is clear that the developments in Eastern DRC are also shaped by the internal dynamics that require Congolese-led solutions and sustained attention to the root causes of the conflict. In this regard, the Doha Framework for Peace provides an important platform for dialogue aimed at addressing these internal drivers of instability. Progress in this process is therefore essential. Progress in the Doha process, advancing in parallel with the implementation of the Washington Peace Agreement, will be critical to achieving a durable ceasefire and creating the conditions for a sustainable political settlement. It is through this peace process that long-standing historical issues, including those affecting minority groups, will be addressed in a definitive manner. This track also provides the framework to finally resolve enduring challenges, such as the dignified return of refugees who have remained in camps for nearly 3 decades, 300,000 of them in the region and many others in Western countries. Equally important is the role of partners supporting these processes, and we thank the United States government, the government of Qatar, and the African Union for their efforts in the mediation process. The success of these efforts will depend on continued engagement that is impartial and firmly grounded in facts and verifiable evidence. Decisions and actions taken in support of peace must ensure that all parties remain equally bound by the commitments they have made. Enforcement and support mechanisms should apply equally and justly to all parties. In other words, enforcement and support mechanisms for these peace processes must not only be even-handed, they should also be seen to be even-handed. Mr. President, the Secretary General's report highlights the rising number of protection incidents and the devastating humanitarian consequences of ongoing hostilities. Recent months have also seen an escalation in the use of drone strikes and other aerial attacks in populated areas. As the report notes, such attacks have already resulted in civilian casualties, including the the tragic strike in Goma area this month that killed a humanitarian worker and other civilians. While not all incidents received the same level of international attention, communities across the high plateau and the other affected areas continue to bear the consequences of escalating aerial attacks. And allow me, Mr. President, in all humility, to mention just some of these attacks such that they can find their place in the records of the Council and can possibly inform the Council members in your future deliberations. On January 22nd, on January 24th, 12th February, 7th March, 9th March, 19th March, and as recent as yesterday, there were drone strikes in the area of Minembwe and some parts of North Kivu. In all these attacks, civilians were killed. All their cows, their lifelines were killed. Or residents who were not able to go out and do the farming. So I hope these two will be considered. And the dates are of essence. The dates are of essence. Allow me to conclude by reiterating Rwanda's commitment to the Washington Peace Agreement and our continued support of the Doha Framework for Peace. The agreements reached under these processes must now be translated into concrete progress on the ground. The effective functioning of the agreed monitoring mechanisms will be critical to building confidence, ensuring accountability and supporting the full implementation of these commitments. If we remain focused on implementation and on addressing the root causes of this conflict, we have a genuine opportunity to move towards a durable and lasting peace in the region. Rwanda pledges that we shall play our part honestly and fully. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Council members, for your attention.